Yeah, our facilities, as far as ranking in the conference, would be in the last place. And if you go out there, even if you're in track and other people come, to run against you, and you're walking on your field and people are laughing at it, pointing at potholes, and that's an embarrassment, and that lowers, the stamina of anybody out there on that field, whether you're football, soccer, track, running around it. It makes us low.
Yeah, Comstock school system is known as the laughingstock of the Wolverine Conference. We are one of the poorest communities in the conference. We have the poorest conditions of facilities and athletic fields of anybody in the conference. And the kids understand that, they know that. They read things that are out there on the websites about Comstock.
They get on the computer and on M Live, and you can see they're just catching all the comments about the condition of the field. It's hard to play on. It's an ugly field. It's unsafe. There's holes, there's mud. It's hard to work on. Again, look down the one side. There's a nice little valley in there it's never been filled.
It gives us the feeling like they just gave up, and they think there's no hope for us to even have a chance. Like maybe just that little kickstart's what we need, but they don't think that it'll happen.
We've had 2 bond issues here in Comstock that have not passed in the last 5 or 6 years. Those bond issues were for renovation of the school, and I think some of the things within the athletic facility as well to be improved there.
With 70% of the people that are retired in the community, and they have no reason to dump any more money into the school system, somebody paid for them to have a nice field. Somebody paid for them to have a nice school. My children deserve the same thing, my grandchildren, and the other children in this community deserve the same thing. But that is very frustrating when you have to pay for the kids to participate, and we can't even upgrade the facilities. It really is, it's become almost a physical health risk for them to play in these conditions.
The bleacher system, right now, we need to renovate the entire bleacher system or replace with new. It's been condemned by an engineer that's been in here for the last 3 or 4 years, telling us, the life expectancy of this thing is getting close to being over, and we've got until basically the end of the school year to figure things out going into next school year. Otherwise, we won't have bleachers.
We're not trying to dwell on it because we have other things to issue, but the reality of it is we may not be able to have home football games. If the stands aren't taken care of, there's no home football games. That means no homecoming here. We take that for granted because we do it all the time. But if it's not here, it really changes things. What do? You go to someone else's school and have your homecoming. All around us there are things that are going up, and it's hard for us to keep people here. And your school is a marquee spot for your community. And if your school looks nice, and if it's taken care of, and if it's safe, both inside and out, then people will come here and see what we can do in the classroom as teachers. They'll know what we do and score. I think it can affect scores. I think it affects because it affects morale, attitude, everything. It'll be a huge boost for our district. I think overall, long term.
The kids are the ones that are suffering for this shortcoming, and they should not have to suffer.